Picture it. Small town USA. The year is 2020, in the midst of a global pandemic. And one little rascal is gonna prank this unsuspecting homeowner with a game called Ding Dong Ditch. The problem with this game is no one can stop it just one time.
Hello? What's going on?
I would not recommend you try this prank on anyone. It is just for rascals and varmints. And today's story is going to have a little varmint play this trick on an unsuspecting family. Our story today is called Possum Come, a-Knockin', and we will have a rhythm to it. We will have a song to it, and I'd like to get your help to say this rhythm with me. Hello, Westmoreland Elementary. Nice to see you all on a Monday again. And Baby Yoda is joining us because it is May the 4th. This is a little Yoda that my son Damon printed out in his class at school with the 3D printer before everything changed. That was the last day he had. Well, let's get to our rhythm right here. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ta, ta. Tee-tee, ta, tee-tee, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Tee-tee, tee-tee, ta. Now we're going to have Baby Yoda help us with this word from the story, Possum Come, a-Knockin'. If we tap this out, we have a silent K, and it says n-a-k, knock, knock. So let's do this Baby Yoda style. Here we go. Knock, knock, knock. Knocky, knock, knocky, knock, 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 knock. Knocky, knocky, knock. So did you hear the way on the TTs Baby Yoda said knocky instead of knock? Let's look at our first picture. See what else is happening. We do have the possum knocking at the door, and Granny is sitting in her chair doing this. Remember, the K is silent. It, knit. Now let's read the rhythm with knit. 1, 2, ready, go. Knit, knit, knit. Knitty, knit, knitty, knit. Knit, knit, knit. Knitty, knitty, knit. That sounds silly. Over here in the kitchen, I see something's on the stove. There's some cooking going on. So let's say our rhythm with the word cook. 1, 2, ready, go. Cook, cook, cook. Cookie, cook, cookie, cook. Cook, cook, cook. Cookie, cookie, cook. Did you like that cookie part? I know, I have been doing a lot of snacking since we've been at home, that's for sure. But now that you've got the hang of it, let's make sure you know your words, and then we can put it all together. So first we had knock, knit, cook, fix, scrape. That sneaky E telling the A to say its name. Toss. These are all the activities that our family is doing. Fish. Someone wasn't go fishing. Twitch. And sniff. So these are all things that our kinfolk are doing here in our book called Possum Come, a-Knockin'. Let's put it all together. Possum Come, a-Knockin'. Possum Come, a-Knockin' by Nancy Van Lan, illustrated by George Booth and published by Dragonfly Books. 1, 2, ready, go. Knock, knock, knock. Knocky, knock, knocky, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Knocky, knocky, knock. Possum come a-knockin' at the door, at the door. Possum come a-knockin' at the door. Knit, knit, knit. Knitty, knit, knitty, knit. Knit, knit, knit. Knitty, knitty, knit. Granny was a-sittin' and a-rockin' and a-knittin' when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Cook, cook, cook. Cookie cook, cookie cook. Cook, cook, cook. Cookie, cookie, cook. Pa was busy cooking in the kitchen, making taters when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Fix, fix, fix. Fixie, fix, fixie, fix. Fix, fix, fix. Fixie, fixie, fix. Pa was busy fixin' and a-bangin' and a-poundin' when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrapey, scrape, scrapey, scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrapey, scrapey, scrape. Peppy was a-whittlin' making play toys for the baby when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Toss, toss, toss. Tossy, toss, tossy, toss. Toss, toss, toss. Tossy, tossy, toss. Sis was tossin' baby while Pappy was a-whittlin' when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Fish, fish, fish. Fishy, fish, fishy, fish. Fish, fish, fish. Fishy, fishy, fish. Brother was untangling all the twiny line for fishin', while Sis was tossin' baby, and Pappy was a-whittlin', and Pa was busy fixin', and Ma was busy cookin', and Granny was a-knittin' when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Twitch, twitch, twitch. Twitchy, twitch, twitchy, twitch. Twitch, twitch, twitch. Twitchy, twitchy, twitch. Coon Dog was a-twitchin' and a-scratchin' in the corner when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniffy, sniff, sniffy, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniffy, sniffy, sniff. Tomcat started sniffing and a-spittin' and a-hissin' when a possum come a-knockin' at the door. What's that? Sis said. Don't know, Brother said. What's that? Pa said. Don't know, Granny said. But that cat, she said, that cat oughta go. Then Dog started sniffing and a-pawin' and a-growlin' while the cat tail a-twitchin' was a-hissin' and a-howlin', making Granny stop a-knittin' and Pappy stop a-whittlin' and Baby start a-fussin', Sis and Brother start a-cussin' 'cause a little old possum was a-knockin' at the door. What's that? Granny said. Don't know, Pappy said. What's that? Ma said. Don't know, Pa said. Then I creepy across the floor and peeked under the door. It's a possum come a-knockin' at the door, I said. It's a possum come a-knockin' on the door. Then Brother came a-leapin' and Sis came a-runnin' and Baby came a-crawlin' and Dog started howlin' and Pappy was a-chucklin' and Granny's eyes was twinklin' as Ma followed Pa to the door. Now hush, Pa said. Now hush, Ma said. And slowly Pa opened up the door. cussing 'cause there's nothing that's a-knockin' at the door. No possum, Pappy said. No possum, Pa said. No possum, Granny said. No possum, Ma said. Then we all started doing like before. Granny was a-sittin' while Pappy was a-whittlin'. Ma was a-cookin' while Pa was a-fixin'. Brother was untangling while Sis was tossin' baby. Coon Dog was a-scratchin' while Tomcat was a-lickin'. And I was just a-sittin' and a-lookin' out the winder when I saw what I saw scoot up the old oak tree. A possum that was scootin' and a-scramblin' and a-danglin'. The possum that was knockin' made a fool out of me. Thank you for your help, Aiden, with all the guitar playing. Thank you, Damon, for your camera work here. But I wanted to share something for my older students, just in case you were wondering about that melody. Because in Quaver, we have been talking about intervals. And Quaver had a big keyboard on the floor that he was jumping on. And interval in music is just distance. It can be a close distance or a far distance. So let's see what kind of interval this melody has, okay? If they're close intervals or far intervals. I'm going to show you on this synthesizer that you let me borrow, thank you so much, and see if you can make your decision after you see what my fingers do. This is the melody. See if they are close intervals or far intervals. Close intervals? I hope so, because I didn't even have to move my hand over the keyboard in a far distance. I was able to keep my fingers just right there, and I was able to play the song. So let's look at some numbers now. Remember, if you play from just one note to the next, that's a second. If you skip one, that's a third. If you sound like Here Comes the Bride, it's a fourth. And since today is May 4th, the interval of a fifth is the Star Wars interval, like this. So that is a fifth. But I didn't go that far for Possum. I just went to here. Do you see that this is a 1, 2, 3? This is just a third. That's a small distance. And that one too is a third. That one is a third. Sometimes people say they're just skipping. If you have a keyboard at home, maybe you can play some skipping notes and make up a melody too. Possum went like this. That out, or make your own melody based on small intervals like seconds or thirds. Or maybe if you've got some Play-Doh, you can make a rhythm. It doesn't have to be the same one. You can make your own for Baby Yoda. Or if you don't have Play-Doh, you can use paper and pencils or crayons or whatever you have at home. And if you do make something at home, either write a melody or a rhythm, I hope you'll share it with us so that we can enjoy it all together. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, a great week, and for my Star Wars friends, may the 4th be with you. Bye. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Damon.